Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 4 in our Kivy tutorial series, and if you've skipped the first 3, as always, there is some code we'll be starting from. We previously wrote the code to create this app, which essentially takes your username as an entry and a password, which it hides as an entry, and then sticks what you just entered into an output field on the screen. So it doesn't look the greatest, but we are going to start from that code, so if you've missed that, I recommend going back and checking those out prior to this. Otherwise, if you're just here for the concepts in this video, let's go ahead and get right into it. This video in particular is going to be covering a kind of a trick to adjust your Kivy layout. So how that button didn't span the entire screen. We're going to take a look at how to make widgets that do span the full width of the screen. And we're also going to update such that instead of every time you hit confirm entry, it overwrites and adds a new one to the screen. We're going to look at just using one and constantly updating it. So let's get right into it. To begin with, the actual concept behind creating something that spans the full width, it might not seem intuitive, but it's actually not that bad, is you create a grid layout inside of a master grid layout. And so if you want something to span the whole screen, it needs to exist in a grid layout that has a column width of only 1. So I'm going to go ahead and make our master grid layout just have 1 column, and you'll see why this kind of works as we go through it. But now it's taken all of our widgets and it's made all of them the full width of the screen. Obviously this isn't good, because for these top 4 we'd much rather have them side by side. So what we do is we create a new grid layout, which I will call self.inner grid, and we're going to make that a grid layout. And then we're going to make that self.inner grid. We're going to make that have .calls 2 columns. Okay? And so now anywhere that you see .add widget that needs to be one of those 4 that goes inside, we're just going to say self.innergrid.add widget. So our 4 widgets, right? We have the text input and the label for username and password. Those are all going to go on the inner grid. But what you'll see if I run this is we're not currently drawing the inner grid onto the screen. So grid layout is not defined because I never capitalized that properly. But what you'll see is we're not drawing the inner grid into the master grid yet, so none of that stuff appears. It's just what still exists in the master grid. So we also have to come down and do self.add widget. Actually, we want this to appear before our button. So let's go ahead and do it before the button, and we're going to do self.add widget, and then this is going to be self.innergrid. So what we've just done is we've said the first widget to draw into our master grid is actually an inner grid layout to go within that. So now when we run it, okay, you have this, which obviously looks a little better. You have username and password right next to each other, your big confirm entry button down below. Obviously, if we do secret, obviously if we do this, we still are getting additional widgets added every time we hit the button, but this layout looks pretty good. So that's kind of how you create things that span your whole width of your app. And now let's take a look at, instead of having that as an add widget every time we hit the button, all we're going to do is update the text. So let's go ahead and create this label actually up here and say self dot, and we'll call that the output label. And we're going to set that equal to this rather than adding it down there. So we'll say this is our output label, and then we'll go ahead and do self dot add widget, and we will add self dot output label. And actually, we don't want it to populate right when we first create it, so we'll just go ahead and leave the text blank in the beginning. And actually, the way that you update this is down here, this text that we created, we're actually going to do self.output label dot text. and then we're going to set it equal to that string we just defined. So actually what we're doing now, if you think about it, we're creating the label outside of pressing the button, and we're saying that it's just going to write in with no text initially, and then we draw it on the screen, and then every time you press the button, it's not adding another widget, it's just updating the text. So that's the self.label.text here that we did. So hopefully if we run this, and if I haven't created any mistakes, if we say, let's say Peter for username and secret, I think I spelled that wrong. Oh well. Hello Peter, your password is now secret. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. But let's say we're gonna make this updated. All right, all it did was update the text on the widget that's already there. So obviously it's not necessarily ideal in all situations to just have the widgets continuously stacking on top of each other. So by doing this and just updating the text rather than adding a widget every time, that's how you control that. And since we added it in the outside grid, that is also full width rather than side by side. So actually you can think of this as being a master grid layout that has one column and 3 widgets in it right now. But one of the widgets is a grid layout, which is 2 columns and has 2 widgets, or 4 widgets in it total. So that might be a little confusing, but hopefully with some practice that starts to make a lot of sense. If you have any questions on anything you saw in here, let me know in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you found this or anything else on the channel useful, I always appreciate a like and a subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And as always, good luck with your code, and thanks for watching. Thanks. Bye.